Hey guys, it's Harry Heck Jr. here with another Blu Ray and DVD update for the date of July the 14th, 2015. Hope everybody's doing well. Been doing pretty good over here. Man, it's been a long while. I'm still alive. Just busy. But I picked up a lot of great titles, a lot of great TV shows. This is mostly what the video is going to consist. But these are a lot of shows that I've just loved but never owned. Shows I've seen on, I've downloaded or streamed off of Netflix. But, eventually, I picked up. Yeah, so I'm definitely glad to share this with you, share these great, shows that haven't really gotten, the attention they so rightfully deserve. But before I get started, I want to give a big shout out to WrestleManiac 1130 for giving a big shout out video to people including myself and a couple other new YouTubers who've just been sharing our love for film, TV shows, and stuff like that. And dude's a legend. He really did a lot for my channel in that regard, and I definitely want to give him his props. I have his link down in the bottom of the channel. It'll be in the description field. Definitely check out his channel. The guy is a legend. Great guy. What else did I want to do? Also, I want to put the link to the video where he gave a shout out to me and a couple other new YouTubers as well. Basically check them out as well. That list is definitely sound when it comes to a lot of great people out there in the community, and I'm definitely sure those people on that list are right there as far as that. So let's get started with the first update. First we have here is a TV show. This is a British TV show. It's called Vicor of Dilly. It stars Dawn French, the main character. She plays the priest, the vicar. Funny show. When I was a kid, my family, they we watched a lot of PBS growing up. So I watched a lot of British shows on PBS, and I've just throughout the years I've just grown to love them even more as I go back and watch them. This was one of the shows, Vicor of Dilly. Really funny show. Basically, it's just about this main character, Dawn French. She's basically replacing a priest who has passed away in this small, quaint English village. I believe the show was shot in an actual English village, and it's amazing. It's a really funny show. When it comes to really good English comedies, this is definitely on the head of that mantle of great British comedies. And this is pretty much the complete series. Includes all I think it's 3 series, including the specials and what else? I think it's like a separate movie of the TV show called Holy Happy Ending. No spoilers, but it basically concludes the series. But in this box set, as far as special features go, you'll get comic relief sketches from 1997, 1999, 2005. Dibley Defrocked, which is the behind the scenes 10th anniversary special. Next you have Vicor of Dilly story. The cast and crew look back at 12 years of Vicor of Dilly. And then you have a documentary stating the real Vicors of Dilly. Photo gallery, cast bios, a lot of good stuff. I got this for a pretty good deal. I think this is on Amazon for like $30, but I was checking eBay, and I was looking around, and I found this for about $15, which is really good. Because I think what was it? It started out like when it comes to eBay, the prices that these sellers have, they'll initially drop or rise depending on the situation. I had sort of scoped this one out probably like a week ahead, and it was I think it was in the 20 range, $20 price range, and it eventually came down. So word to the wise, you guys, definitely when you're on eBay, give it some time. Sometimes these sellers will drop the price. Just give it some time to eh, they're trying to sell these products. Most of the time they have these like in bulk. They'll buy these in bulk, and they're just trying to get rid of them as soon as possible. Holiday times, special holidays, certain prices will drop. But yeah, definitely got this for a good deal. This is once again the Vicor of Dilly Immaculate Collection. Funny comedy. If you like British, comedy, British humor, definitely check this out. It's not for everyone. I think sort of I think it was once I actually tried to sit down and watch this with a couple of my family members. They I think they've outgrown it, but me personally, I've stuck to it. So I love this show. Vicor of Dilly, check it out. All right, next we have here is guys, this is a high recommendation. Anybody who's into horror, good horror, I mean good horror, check out this show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Strain Season 1. This is a new show brought to you by what's his name? Guillermo del Toro. What's wrong with me? This if there's any recommendation that I would give you for just 2014, this is around the time it came out. As far as TV shows to watch, really high on the mantle to watch, this is the one. Horror. Any of those horror movies that came out in 2014, mostly were garbage. This is the one that you should be checking out right now. If any of you remember Blade 2, the movie, Guillermo del Toro, he was the director for that film too. There were these vampires, these special vampires. I forgot their name. They had a specific name to them. I can't remember. But in the film, they were probably the most gruesome type of vampire I had ever seen, just watching film in general. It just stood out to me. One of those films, it's when it comes to sequels too, Blade 2 is definitely one of those success stories to me personally. But anyways, going back, in that film, you remember, if you've seen it, there were these vampires with these, tentacle-like mouths, that would pop out. They were like super strong. Their vampiric, I guess, disease or whatever would spread easily. Just by a bite alone, you would automatically, vampires would turn into these creatures just from one bite, because it was like a plague. It was like a disease that would spread. If you remember those vampires, this is sort of the spin-off to that. Not to the film, not to the Blade series, but to those particular vampires. This TV show centers around those particular vampires. One particular who is sort of the I guess you would call it the antagonist in this TV series. His name is the Master. He's sort of an old vampire. He's the type of vampire that has the ability to control those vampires in Blade 2. He has those abilities, and once again, this has nothing to do with Blade 2, but the vampires in it are in this TV show. Anyways, let me get back to this. So basically, it revolves around all right, there's this airplane, this air flight that's sort of stalled at this airport. It's pretty much the passengers are still inside the airplane, and they have to bring in the CDC because there's some kind of weird outbreak or something that's going on within the plane. All the passengers are just asleep, and so these CDC, the government disease, control. These individuals, they go into the plane, and it's just I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil too much because it's such a great series, and it just leads into I'll keep it this specific. It's vampires meets zombies. Go with that. And directed by Guillermo del Toro and a few other directors. But the concept and the story was created by Guillermo del Toro. And watch the show, guys. It's really good. It's I watched a lot of TV shows, a lot of horror TV shows, and I would say a majority of them haven't creeped me out as much as this TV show has. Most movies haven't creeped me out as much as this. This is a different take on vampires. It's dark. It's cool. It has so much character development. It has so much story, and there's just it's like going down a rabbit hole, and you're finding out all these new things about these particular vampires and just the world that's centered around. So definitely watch this show. Vampires, zombies, plague, a headmaster vampire who has the ability to control these other vampires that he has infected. There's a group of there's a group of vampires in this TV show that have sort of broken to a faction within the show. It's crazy. It's an amazing TV show. Watch it. They're on their second season. I think their second season started last weekend. I really need to catch up on it. But the first season killed it. Definitely watch the show, guys. This is a must watch. Even if you're not gonna, pick it up on Blu Ray or DVD, check it out. I'm sure you can find it, online somewhere. Check it out. Check out the first episode. If that first episode doesn't hook you, then I don't know what will. Big recommendation. The Strain. All right. Next we have here, guys, is Halt and Catch Fire. This show is sort of set in the 80s. I would say it's like Mad Men meets it's like Mad Men, the TV show, meets Social Network. It's a really good show. It's set in the 80s. It revolves around these three characters. One is a visionary from IBM who mysteriously shows up in this, Texas software company, basically trying to manipulate people into, manipulating the software company into creating a personal computer, which back then IBM was sort of, the kings in that hardware department. And it revolves around the visionary and another character who's like an engineer within the software company who is sort of convinced by the visionary to create this personal computer under the nose of the software company he works for. This is all set in Texas. And then there's a third character who's like, a prodigy. She's the one person who pretty much, excels when it comes to software design, creating operating systems within computers. She's still in college. So, and basically she's found by this visionary, and she's sort of offered, she gets brought into this whole situation. So in the realm of things, they're all trying to create this personal computer under the sort of guidelines and infrastructure of an IBM personal computer that they've sort of based their revolutionary PC on. when it comes to that, stealing, well, yeah, it is stealing. Basically, what they're doing is they're taking the infrastructure, the schematics of an IBM PC, and they're creating a new PC, which is pretty much illegal. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to tweak it to make it their own computer, so they can sort of sell it. Because during this time, everybody was racing to create the top computer, the top PC. Is just it's sort of like now, as far as when it comes to Silicone Valley, apps and stuff like that. Everybody's trying, well, not just apps, but everybody's trying to create the next big thing. They were going through that back in the 80s in a big way. Everybody was trying to get their piece of the pie. This is a great show. It's set in the 80s, but they don't push it on you. It's not like that movie. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's called Take Me Home Tonight. Even better example, if you remember the 70s show, you know how when it came to the 70s, good show. I love the show. I own the show. It would kind of come at you with the whole 70s aspect of things. This show does it lightly. It doesn't push it on you. It honestly, if it wasn't from the cinematography of this show, I would have thought it was actually set in the 80s, because it does it authentically to me. Not like it doesn't come off as cheap. It feels real authentic. They had music in here from the 80s, clothes, everything like that. It's like I said, it's the Mad Men set in the 80s dealing with computers. That's what it is. I'm not sure if if you're a person who didn't like Mad Men or whatever, but definitely give it a try. Definitely check out that first episode. The first episode is what hooked me. I got a lot of recommendations from people on checking out this show. It's definitely been one of those sleeper hits. They're already on their second season. I think they're on their 7th episode or 6th episode or something like that. They're already halfway through. This includes 10 episodes. It stars characters like Lee Pace from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was also on that TV show called Pushing Daisies. Really good show. Definitely check out that show as well. You also have who else? Scoot McNairy, and Mackenzie Davis, and Carrie Beesh. Who else? Toby Huss and David Wilson Barnes. Really, really good show. If I'm a computer head, so this is really my thing right here. But it's definitely, even if you're not into computers, it's definitely a good show in the fact that there's good characters, a lot of people you can sort of relate to. The sort of head character, the what do you call it? The visionary. He's the guy steals the show. He can convince anybody of anything. He's kind of like that guy, pretty much the main character of Mad Men. He has that same sort of swagger about him. Anyways, guys, check this out. AMC. It's on AMC. I've yet to find any bad shows from that channel. It's amazing. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't have said AMC would produce these great shows if you had told me probably like a decade ago or so. So it's pretty amazing. This is definitely a good show. Check it out. Let's see. All right, next we have another IT sort of TV show. It's called Silicone Valley. It's on HBO. It's from the creator, the writer and director of Office Space. He also created, Beavis and Butthead. That shouldn't diminish the show at all. Mike Judge, this is his show. It's called Silicone Valley. This is the first season. Amazing show, people. Funny show. When I think about, shows that, like really get it, really understand what they're talking about, this is one of those shows. Just like Halt Catching Fire. It's a different set. It's a different thing. It's mostly, I would say, it's drama and comedy on there. This is pure comedy, but it's done in a clever way. I can't. uh, I, this show is just it hits home, man. It's basically about these characters in the show. They're basically all living in this house. It's pretty much these guys are like, you know, developers, software developers. They've created, you know, apps and stuff like that. And this is set in, you know, Silicone Valley. This is in California. Was it like Northern California? And modern day. Basically, one of the main characters on the show, he ends up developing this algorithm that can compress files, like music or videos, to a smaller format. So let's say you had like a big, let's say a movie that was just technical, 600 megabytes. Well, he's developed a software basically that can compress it probably to half of that size. That could literally convert it to half that size. So which would be like yeah, nothing. So he's developed this software, and he's pretty much fighting to gain control of this particular software because he had worked for a company called Huli, which is kind of like the Google in that particular world. And basically he had worked for them. So basically they're trying to, they've discovered that he's created this application that can compress the software. So they're trying to fight to gain control of that property because, to them, from what they say, it was, created within their, computers, the network. The main character here, he pretty much used the tools, the computers, and the software to create this program and stuff. So they want to grab all those intellectual rights and everything to this software. So the main character here, he's trying to fight to get his creative control over the software he created. Yeah, so it revolves around that, but there's like all these comedy elements just tangled within it. Great show, you guys. This is when it comes to comedies at HBO, this is probably number 2 on my list. Number 1 would be Curb Your Enthusiasm. This is second. Definitely check it out. It's geek humor. To me it's what's the Big Bang Theory used to be before it just turned into something completely awful. Great show. Definitely check it out. If you're a Mike Judge fan, give it a go. Alright, guys. Alright, let's move on here. Next, we have here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually got, 3 seasons of this particular show. But I'll just pretty much show them all. So anyways, I got Longmire season 1, 2, and 3. This show revolves around a sort of he's a gosh, what is he? He's a sheriff. It's sort of like Law and Order meets your modern day Western. It's set, God, what's it set is? I think it's Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming. It revolves around the main character, Sheriff Longmire. I forget his first name, Walt Longmire. And it just revolves around him. And there's a main story revolving around his wife. But in general, really good show. If you like Westerns, this is definitely an homage to those, Clint Eastwood Westerns. The main character, he's got that swagger about him, that Clint Eastwood swagger right here. Really good show. I heard it's based on a book series. Gosh, was the I cannot remember his name, the author of the book, but I think he has some ties to the Justified characters. As far as who he's created, tons of books. I cannot remember his name. Anyways, great show. I remember watching this on Netflix and just binging it because it was just that good. All the characters are well fleshed out. You have characters like Lou Diamond Phillips. Who else? The main character, Robert Taylor. I think he's Australian. I wouldn't have thought it just from his accent and just how he portrays the character in this TV show. Who else? Katie Sackhoff. If you remember her from Battlestar Galactica, she does a real good job. Really good show. It gets gritty. Like I said, it's like Law and Order meets your modern day westerns. It's really cool. It's shot in the Wyoming, I guess you call it the prairie. So they shoot on location. So it's not this isn't in a studio or anything like that. These people are really out there. Excuse me. Filming this show. The show actually got canceled. It was on A&E after the third season got canceled. But get this, it got picked up by Netflix. The fans cried out, and Netflix, jumped in and saved them. So definitely check out this show. It's these shows are like it hasn't gotten the popularity that it should have, and that's probably mainly because it is on A&E, and it's one of those shows where it is on cable too, so not a lot of people are seeing like they see it on the major network channels. So guys, definitely check this out. If you like westerns, man, this right here is a good blend of modern day westerns, like modern day and those old school westerns from back in the day. It's a really good show, and it's got that detective element too. So there's like mysteries and stuff too. So really good. Definitely check it out. Yeah. All right, guys. So last but not least, we have here, this is Justified, the complete and final season. Big Justified fan. I've said this in, previous videos. The show, like I said, I live in the South. That's probably why I got Longmire too, because I like, I like the whole Southern aspect of these shows. They really hit home. But anyways, Justified final season. Have not seen it. Still a plastic people. But yeah, I haven't seen it, and really looking forward to it, man. I think I stopped. I think it was like season 4 or so. I stopped at season 4 and didn't pick up. So I still got to watch. Was it the 5th? It's the 5th season. Yeah, it's the 5th season, and then this one. So I still got to catch up on it. Probably what I should be doing right now. But yeah, I'll catch up. I'll finish the season up. But so far, I love Justified. It's my show. It's my show, people. Definitely check it out. If you haven't seen Justified, check it out. Give it a go. That first episode, first season. If it doesn't hook you, like I said, then let it go into the wind. Let it go. So, all right, guys. That's about it. That was the update. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope I've shared with you a lot of TV shows you may have not thought of checking out, but may want to take a glance at. These are really good shows. These are TV shows that I've died to own. But when it comes to TV shows, man, they ain't cheap. So so I've sort of been holding out, put some money aside, and I eventually picked them up. But those shows are really good. Some of my personal favorites. High recommendation. Highest recommendations for The Strain. Check it out. If you like horror, people, if you like good horror, check out The Strain. That is my highest recommendation this year. Check out The Strain. But anyways, that's it, guys. Once again, thank you guys for checking out my channel. It really does mean a lot. You're taking time out of your day to watch old me. So it's really cool of you guys to stop by. So anyways, this is Harry Hick Jr. signing off. Take it easy. Be good to yourselves. and be good to others. Trying to think of some good, you know, moral things to say. I'm just playing. Anyways, take it easy, guys. Be good. Have fun. And keep getting that physical media, man. Keep buying Blu-rays and DVDs, because it's all about it's all about the physical media, man. That's what this community is about, and we love it. So keep doing it. And big shout out to WrestleManiac 1130 for just doing so much for me. Thank you, man. All right, guys. So this is Harry Jr. signing off. See ya.